Several individual gamblers won a total of $20 million at a blackjack table at Kolt Casino in Lansing, Michigan. Our security footage has revealed that there was suspicious activity at several of these blackjack tables, including what we suspect to be hand signals. The individuals in question were also seen together multiple times throughout the night and were the top 4 winners of the evening. Our Vice President, Kayla Putz, will address additional concerns.
Stockholders have expressed their concerns that the cheating was an inside job involving employees and security of Kolt Casino. Therefore, we are working with local authorities in an investigation for both external and internal suspects. All executives and employees are working that evening are included.
My name is Kori, and as Chief Financial Officer of Kolt Casinos, I oversee all monetary activities. Going on that night, we noticed that there were large winnings placed after high bets on several different blackjack tables. There were 4 individuals that cashed out a total of $20 million. 2 individuals cashed out at $5 million, 1 at $6 million, and 1 at $4 million. These winnings are very uncommon, and they raise red flags within our financial sector. They were all also cashed out within 1 hour of each other, and as a result, we will be following investigative protocol with our local authorities and within our own company. Thank you.
This year's Halloween had a record number of patrons, and the numerous costumes and high traffic caused a hectic night for the casino. We regret that we did not have enough staff to sufficiently monitor the casino throughout the evening. Our security footage is helping clarify the incident. We have identified the 4 suspects from our security cameras, all Asian males ranging from ages 30 to 40 years. We are asking for anyone with further information to come forward, as we are looking for the public's help in bringing them to justice.
Though we could not immediately identify a suspicious connection between the large winnings and individual winners' behavior that night, we did follow company protocol to avoid falsely accusing any patrons, especially before examining possible internal involvement. Upon the completion of the authorities' investigation, we will analyze the outcome and develop a more proactive strategy to prevent this from happening in the future. Thank you.
So who's answering questions?
We're all answering questions since we're all top.
So what happened here? The fact is that the pit bosses should have shut the tables down when you started losing. This is an unprecedented loss for a publicly held corporation.
Well, specifically, a lot of the patrons, we don't want to offend any of our patrons. We like our customers. We want them to feel safe and secure, and we didn't want to falsely accuse any of the patrons, especially it is a Halloween night, so it's very busy. There were costumes. There was lots of betting, record number of patrons, as we stated. So bottom line is, it may be unprecedented, but we did follow protocol, and we don't shut tables down just because people are winning, especially fairly. So we did want to conduct an investigation to make sure of that.
But at blackjack, not one of the other big casino games where the betting is much higher. In blackjack, you win a hand at a time. So the blackjack dealers must have been part of this. Your own employees must have been part of this illegal scam.
As was mentioned, that is why there's an internal investigation going as well for the local authorities, but they are the only ones that can answer those questions. At this time, we do not suspect any of our internal employees' involvement.
You don't suspect?
No, after reviewing security footage, we did look at the 4 people that we did mention, the 4 suspects, and so far it does look suspicious hand signals were going on, but we couldn't shut it down because we couldn't pinpoint it since it was so spread out throughout the night, and there were so many people with masks on from Halloween costumes and things of that nature. So any further questions regarding investigation should go to the local authorities.
But you should have just stopped when they were winning. You can't absorb that kind of loss.
Not necessarily. We are a financially stable casino, and bottom line is just because a patron is winning, we want you to win. That's why you came here. So we don't want to suspect you of anything just because you are getting lucky at a good night. So like I said, any further investigation questions should go to local authorities since we're also being internally audited.
But your security fell flat. why don't you have more information to turn over to police?
Well, we do have all of our security footage, as previously mentioned, so that should help in their investigation. We've already identified the suspects that are not internally involved. If there is any security or handlers looking away from the situation, it will be unearthed, and we will take the correct action when we discipline them and when we revise our security protocol. But for now, we don't suspect anything, and we're just following what the local authorities tell us to do.
So you're not identifying anyone as the problem. You're not saying this person.
Internally, no. As we did mention, though, there were the 4 Asian males aged 30 to 40. We can't identify them through the security footage, but we haven't yet been able to find their location, which is why we are pleading for the public's help. If you do have any information, please come forward.
But you suspect something's wrong.
Yes, we do suspect as a company that something happened that night. The winnings, like we mentioned, 6,000 or 6 million, 5 million, and 4 million are very large betting amounts to win. 20,000 as a whole is very large. And when you're the 4 top winners of the evening and you are seen cashing out together throughout the night together, even if it is spaced out, does raise red flags.
So are you 3 prepared to resign over this?
We're not hoping that it gets to that point, since we do believe that it's the suspects and not internal involvement, as we already have spoken with some of our employees. But if necessary, we will take the action that is required of the company to maintain a good image.
Any other questions from the floor? Smile. All right. You're done.